McFive Circus is a great channel to watch for tips on how to exploit your kids for views. This is probably one of the worst family channels to ever exist on YouTube, and it's only a matter of time before people call the parents out. According to their YouTube details, the family of 5 include Kelly, the mom, Jordan, Isabel, Lil Mama, Preston, Butters, and Helmet Guy, Dad. And right from the kids' nicknames, you can tell that the adults in the house are a bit twisted. Out of all the cool names they could have picked for Isabel, they went with Little Mama. Can you believe it? But you might be thinking, Anna, that's not such a bad name. Well, it gets worse. They felt that Lil Mama wasn't sassy enough, so they started calling her It. Guys, I kid you not, anytime the name It is mentioned in their videos, they are referring to their own child.
That's its fort.
Its fort?
It built itself.
But that's not all, loves. We're barely getting started. This family YouTube channel has literally built its brand around this kid because she comes off as lively, high-spirited, and in most cases, unruly. Guys, listen to what It has to say in this video.
This is my dead dog, Barbie.
Did she just say, "This is my dead dog, Barbie"? Okay, for context, their dog died a while ago, so they got this toy dog as a replacement. So in this video, It is referring to the dead dog. How is this normal? Oh, and by the way, loves, every time I say It, I am referring to Isabel, aka Lil Mama, and calling her It sounds quite odd, but I need you to see the full picture. Furthermore, this dead dog video isn't even the worst. Trust me when I tell you the entire channel will leave a bitter taste in your mouth. Let's leave the content of the videos for a while and talk about something super concerning. And don't worry, loves, we'll talk about It's other 2 siblings plus their parents. It's just that they have made her the star of the show, so we really have to dig into her online presence. Did you notice how It speaks? I mean, she sounds like a kid much younger than her real age.
Mommy, look at the Bible. He's Nicky. Can I keep him?
This girl should be roughly 8 to 10 years old, but she talks like she's barely 3. But here's the kicker, y'all. There's no way she speaks like that in real life because I did some digging, like the modern day detective that I am, and I found a video of her talking like a normal kid her age.
My icy.
What?
My icy. Seriously, where is it?
Where'd you leave it?
I don't know.
So again, that little baby voice of hers is just an act. Before the camera rolls, her parents say, "Hey, Lil Mama, this is what we need you to say, and please remember that voice." Yeah, the baby voice. It helps our videos get to 1 million views, so you must use it, otherwise we won't make enough money for food and to pay for this huge house. Does it work for them? Yes, it does. Apparently, that voice gives them millions of views.
Baby whoop, that baby whoop. I'm dead for real.
Well, maybe you should have been nicer to your babysitter.
I didn't do anything.
Speaking of which, It isn't the only one who seems to be guided by a certain on-camera behavior. This trend extends to all the other kids too, because when you watch this video, you will notice a shift in Jordan's attitude.
Jordan? Yeah? Do you know where your sister is? Are you sure? Did you know that she...
Did you notice how she instantly stopped smiling immediately when she realized the camera was on her face? So, 2 things, guys. Either these kids are made to behave like this, or like in this video, they are simply tired of cameras on their faces every 2 seconds. Oh, and by the way, if you thought Isabel had the worst nickname, Jordan's nickname is Babysitter. Yeah, guys, Babysitter. So, for example, in this video where It is apparently tied up on the balcony because she wasn't nice to the babysitter in question is Jordan, the older sister, who is also still a kid. It's clear they've cracked the code to perfect baby babysitting. I mean, why hire a professional when you have an expert in toddler diplomacy right in the family? As we shift our focus back to IT, who is literally the face of the channel, you'll also notice that the parents have somehow managed to pull the stereotypical middle child role on her because she sometimes comes off as very rebellious and problematic. Interestingly enough, there are also a lot of videos without the other other two kids participating, but it always takes center stage. You will find her flipping around, talking like a toddler, or mourning their dead dog Barbie on camera. They actually have several videos of it getting delightfully messy and excusing her actions as middle child problems. In this particular video, it is being so nasty towards the babysitter, but that's not even the worst part. There's an adult in the background, definitely the mother, loudly gasping as it proceeds to pour water on her sister.
Santa, Jordan been a bad babysitter. You should put her on the naughty list. Thank you. My ice cream.
Your ice cream?
Bad. Here.
However, the shocking part is that their mother doesn't intervene. She instead focuses entirely on it, and in fact, she even goes as far as to ask it if she's okay, despite the fact that it's the babysitter who has been treated unpleasantly. These two grown-ups don't mind filming their child's unruly behavior and unkindness towards her siblings. Anything for the views. And it's beginning to take a toll on the other kids. Like in this video, the babysitter wanted to quit the circus because she felt she wasn't as good as her younger sister.
Why don't you want to do circus with me?
Because I'm not good at it.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. You're very good at circus.
I'm not as good as Isabel.
The parents cast such a bright spotlight on Isabel that Jordan, her older sister, feels like she's fading into the background. Jordan's spirit seems to be crushed, and she'd rather walk away than compete with her own little sister, thanks to parents who have quite literally turned their family dynamics into a competition. Now, while we can safely assume this video is scripted, it's almost naive to think that constantly pitting their kids against each other is just for some clicks. These are kids, mind you, and their experiences will have an impact on the people they grow up to be. Let me explain. Their mom decided to take on the circus with Jordan to reassure her that she was just as valuable as Isabel. This would have made such a beautiful and emotional video until this happened. Isabel runs to join in as Jordan and their mom hug. She's been the center of focus for so long that she doesn't even notice she's stealing her sister's moment. She even asked to do the circus with Jordan because there's no way she's letting her sister shine. I know this may sound like I'm reaching because they are just kids, but hear me out, loves. These parents have turned it into an attention seeker who doesn't want anyone else to shine but her. Even the channel banner only has its picture and a caption that says subscribe or it will eat you. But that's just one way to look at it. It makes sense that it is the most liked because she's literally bringing the bacon home. They have actually played around a couple of times with the favorite child title on several of their videos. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, the McFive Circus channel is quite the masterclass in exploiting kids for profit. But you see guys, this is what happens when normal becomes boring. People decide to push the needle and they will keep pushing it until someone calls them out on their BS. If you really think about it, would a normal family post these kinds of videos? These videos almost seem like something that would accidentally leak to the public, only that in this case, the parents are willingly creating and posting them. I mean, what happened to family channels sharing daily vlogs, playful challenges, and travel adventures, DIY projects? You know, the kind of stuff normal people do. Moreover, it's like the McFive parents had a family meeting one day and said, you know what? Let's be as creepy as possible. To make matters worse, many people not only have issues with their videos, but their titles have also sparked quite the controversy. It's true that clickbait is a common tactic for YouTubers, but no amount of shock absorbers can prepare you for the McFive's level of clickbaits. Look at this. The title is so unsettling. Even though we know Lil Mama isn't actually dead, there's no way normal parents can play around with the death of their kids like that. So yeah, it just finished drawing and then she jumped to a mini bouncing castle, took a tumble, and played out a fake death.
And that's why I love Nestle Crunch.
And do you know the mind-bending part of all this? A staggering 143 million people have watched. So I guess it was worth it. It was almost as if the spectacle was worth every second. Guys, I assure you, I am not a hater, but let's get to the heart of the matter, which is the fact that it has been given this expectation that the crazier she can get, the more views their channel will garner, and that means more money for the family. As a result, it does the most to get the job done, even if it means faking death or mistreating her sister, the babysitter. Let me put this in a way that'll help you see where the problem is. It is being programmed to derive joy from hurting and upsetting others or herself. Guys, that is how bullies and psychopaths are made. Furthermore, guys, that video about Lil Mama's supposed death did so well that the McFive family decided to create an entire series of other family members dying, like in this separate video titled "The Baby is Dead," which got 105 million views. So the youngest kid isn't quite on camera often, but would you believe who they are referring to when they say the baby? It's none other than the helmet guy, their dad. Their dad! Yes, he steps into the role of the baby, which explains why he's sitting there with a bottle in hand instead of working on his streaming channel to get more views. It's quite evident that these people are well aware of what they are doing, because tell me why they chose to restrict comments on certain videos like this one, but allow people to comment on others. And remember, y'all, this is a family of acrobats. Their mom, Kelly, happens to be a certified aerial instructor. Well, at least if we're going by what's stated on their bio. Now, this fact alone could have still gotten them so many views, because it's actually so cool seeing that silk that goes soaring through the air wrapped in those silk ropes. And we have to give credit where it's deserved. They are so good at it. Except maybe the helmet guy, cause I haven't seen him in the silk ropes once. He's better off live streaming on Twitch, but I digress. Anyways, as for the rest of the family, they are super good at it. Their stunts are also incredibly unique, and the fact that they're a family working together adds an extra layer of charm. I'm willing to bet my bottom dollar that even without unnecessary sideshows that make their kids appear as a bunch of weirdos online, they could still thrive as a major family channel. At one point, they even made an appearance on the Kelly Clarkson show as the model family that upheld family togetherness, fitness, and maintained some sanity during the pandemic. Sane, indeed. But would you blame them? Because you might be thinking, why can't they just stop the nonsense? But then again, how would they stop when they are a whopping 9 million plus subscribers, early hitting that 10 million mark? And when each of their videos racks up millions upon millions of views, so perhaps the real question is, why are people watching?
I don't know.
One thing's for sure though, the McFive Circus isn't going to end anytime soon. And it's actually very terrifying if you think about it. It's also true that some parents somewhere view them as role models and are about to break the internet with even more over-the-top content than this one. Loves, I am genuinely curious about your take on this trend where families turn their kids into money-making machines. Should family channels be banned altogether? Let me know down below. Also, don't forget to click on the tab above for more videos on these celebrities and influencers.